Okay, everyone, welcome back. Because we spent the last episode just, learning about all this exposition. Also, because we were learning all that exposition, we gained experience points for learning all that exposition. So now we have a lot to work with. So let's get an unlock lift. They're in stasis. There's recharge time. You know what? Let's just max this out. Wait, no. Okay, yeah, let's definitely get the lift. Advanced warp is coming up, but I'm also gonna just straight up go 3 charm here. Why not? We're at the equivalent of level 5, even though it says level 3, and, well, let's just resume the plot.
The council isn't going to ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
So the loading screens are kind of infamous from the first Mass Effect game due to the fact that they were a way to disguise how long it took as you load the next area on the elevator rides. But in this game, you have the option of being able to continue listening to those rides if you want to hear the squad dialogue. In fact, this is actually the first instance of one of those instances of a Bioware game. Bioware games are known for companion chatter almost as much as the Tales of series is known for the skits, the anime skits between the characters in the party. And in Bioware's case, they accomplish more or less the same goal, allowing you to see more of the character's personality and get their opinions on the main story as it evolves, or even side content after you complete it in some cases. So what happens here is that Mass Effect 1 is like the first instance where you can control how often you get to hear your party talk to each other about stuff if you're willing to go through the elevator all up and down again, as well as change your party makeup over and over again in order to unlock all the dialogue options. KOTOR had this happening as well, but at random. And starting in Mass and Dragon Age 1, Bioware instead simply create designated party chat areas for you to constantly go to in order to hear how your companions talk to each other. So now with that out the way, let's bake in. Oh man, we just popped in and heard Saren's theme, so you know we're screwed. We're not gonna get anywhere. But no, seriously, look at the bonsai trees. The Citadel having bonsai-styled tree designs is really interesting to me. And those water sprinklers, the fountains. Oh, being able to actually see what the water looks like is always a great plus for any remaster of an old game. Man.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Tough break, buddy.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executor Palin, head of Citadel Security, my boss. He'll be presenting my findings on Saren to the council.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him.
You don't tell your superior officer to stall an authority even higher than him if you didn't want to take some dude down, so yeah.
The council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck.
Well, that's awkward. Kine wants us to stop talking to the Turian right now. Ooh, that water is so pretty. Oh, that water is so pretty, and the water physics are so nice. Alright then. Yeah, that's basically general Turian wear. Same style outfit, because single Turian mold. It's a first Mass Effect game. Don't worry about it too much. There's red, blue, green, all that stuff.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. But the Volus? No. The Hanna are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
You may be right. Though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
You just don't like them because you have trouble understanding them.
Yeah, we didn't really have the chance to get to know the Hanar in the last episode because we were just kind of cycling our way through all the preceding locations for convenience's sake. But time for that's over. Anderson?
The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
So, what Saren did there is actually pretty slick. Turians have a culture where they prefer not to lie at all if able. They will never try to tell direct lies to someone's face. So the best they'll do, like Saren, is make lies of omission. Saren is of the opinion that he believes he's doing the right thing. So of course he resents the accusation levied against him in regards to his morality. And he's not wrong when he said that Nihilus was a friend to him. That doesn't mean he's not willing to kill friends for the greater good. It's a nice subtle bit of characterization that helps make Saren stand out as a really good character. But I like Udina here, and even if Shepard is cool under pressure, we don't want to portray him as someone who's technically on Saren's level of maturity yet. So let's have him rise to the bait.
You're the one who destroyed the beacon. Then you tried to cover it up.
Shift the blame to cover your own failures. Just like Captain Anderson. He's taught you well. But what can you expect from a human?
You can expect me to kill you the next time we meet.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You want proof? Look at Saren. He looks more Geth than Turian at this point. And so Shepard is sufficiently angry enough to do this instead of saying, I'll find the proof.
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree.
And unfortunately, that's not any type of deceptive lie. Any lawyer would get that thrown out of court and get laughed out of court.
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
Laughed out of court,
Council has
indeed.
found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, Your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
Sad music because we screwed up. Everyone is sad now.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Why am I going to ask how I know Saren right now? That's not an especially pertinent question to me because of my fired up emotions.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, says Shepard.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that, Liza.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The Ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
My Shepard is very fiercely loyal to Captain Anderson. So, if Captain Anderson is not comfortable going to Harkin, I don't want him to get the idea that he needs to as well, which means let's try something else and see if we have any other leads.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
Well, now we have time to sit here and talk. I guess we don't really have... I guess we can talk about Vaughn, the Shadow Broker, a bit more, since you brought him up first.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game. And the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics. Doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Tell me about Barla Vaughn.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius. Doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
So when Bond was bragging earlier about not technically doing anything illegal, he's telling the truth. And now we have... And this... So the Shadow Broker uses Barla Vaughn. So the Shadow Broker is the big fish information broker, and he's willing to use the little fish information brokers as well. Very interesting setup there. Very interesting. So let's round this up by talking about Harkin.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Are you serious? Yeah, talk about dirty cop in the year 2021. Oh my lord.
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired.
Oh yeah, that line right there. Jesus Christ, that line.
But it looks like his
oh boy.
We've got enough humans in C-Sec now to stop protecting you.
That's perfectly fine. I'm not even gonna bother with this. I just said cut him loose. I genuinely have no interest in saying anything good about him. Spectres?
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done. Like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation. But with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power.
The last thing real life needs is a Spectre or anything. The last thing we need in real life is a Spectre or anything resembling a Spectre. Dear God. The legality of the matter, though, does have to be questioned by someone new to all this.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
So, relatively speaking, they're about the same size as the Jedi Council would be Yeah, no, they're that. Relatively speaking, they're bigger than the Jedi Council during the prequel era, at least as far as we could tell, and smaller than the Grey Warden Order, estimated at under 100. Yeah, there can't be that many Spectres, period, out there if undercover dudes. Alright. So, they can do whatever they want, and they can ignore the law at their discretion, but there needs to be limits to power like that, if they still have to answer the people, so.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue? Like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
So, finally, let's stop at the Council and the Ambassador. What's Redina's deal?
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out.
Pretty much. In fact, sometimes they might accuse us of asking for it.
The just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
This isn't really how I want to phrase the next question, but this might be a better representation of my anger at the moment.
Who cares if we get a seat on the Council? What's the big deal?
If the Council passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it. We don't have the fleets or political allies to defy them. Once we get a seat on the Council, we'll be able to influence those rulings. Protect our own interests. No more jumping through hoops whenever we want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the Council, we'd just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem solved.
That's fair enough. I'm not gonna bother with this. But now that we brought ourselves back to the topic of Saren, you know what? Still not gonna talk about that yet, since it's not super important to me right now. So goodbye.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
I.e., if you want to actually continue investigating my dialogue options. Do well, Paragon.
That guy's up to something.
What guy?
The one over by the Keeper.
Now that actually knows what they're called.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Just tell me what you're doing. I'm not here to get you into trouble.
All right. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanner disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard, with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself.
That's fine, Jorbin.
So long, and good luck with the scanning.
So, this is interesting. I just wanted to check and tell you guys what we're actually going to be doing, but it says here we only need to scan 20 Keepers in order to complete the side quest, when in the original version of the game we need to actually scan all 21 Keepers on the Citadel. In order to complete it. So my guess is that the number was reduced because of the general complaints this collection side quest got from a lot of people. And every time you do this scan, the scan total gets updated and added to the total amount you get at the as side quests, experience and cash. That of course scales with your level like everything else. Oh boy. Rear Admiral, Rear Admiral, got nothing to say. Yeah, I got nothing to say. Let's see. Yeah. That seems like every keeper up here, to my knowledge. I think we're at the financial district. Oh, another thing, right. So, assignments are your side quests, and missions are your main quests. So we have 3 main quests right now. The first is Expose Saren, and we can do that in a couple of ways. The next is Citadel Garrus, who we can find by talking to... who might know where Garrus is without the Harkin. But we can also go do Citadel Shopbroker. So borrow Vaughn to get some information elsewhere.
Is there anything I can do for you today, Commander?
I've heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. And I do know something about Saren.
Alright.
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune. But these are exceptional circumstances. So I am going to give it to you for free.
That's quite generous of you.
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business until Saren turned on him.
Ooh, boy. Wow. That's interesting. When you put it in that context, the fact that Saren technically had all the information in the galaxy, apparently, at his fingertips, and then pissed off the source of it is really interesting.
Saren's turned on a lot of people.
I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it. A Krogan mercenary.
How do I find him?
I heard he was paying Citadel Security a visit. If you hurry, you can probably catch him before he leaves the C-Sec Academy.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed? But they've got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no matter how many secrets you buy, you can never win.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time, I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander. I'll leave that to you.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Shadow Broker is a very important man. Let's see here. Clora's Den. We'll go to Clora's Den first, but we're gonna backtrack from the wards. kind of amazing that we actually genuinely did get the information for free, though, because I wasn't expecting that.
Is that really? Wow, it's you.
Huh.
You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
I guess it'll be nice.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
I spend most of the time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Here you go.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again!
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this bond.
Commander Shepard? Excuse me, Commander Shepard!
Ah, Emily Wong.
I'm Emily Wong. I'm
The
an
good
investigative
reporter.
journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
You've got to have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. I've read your file. If anyone is going to uncover corruption here, it's the hero of the Skillian Blitz.
How do you know I'm investigating anything here on the Citadel?
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
To be fair, you could have beat me here after you saw me talk to Barlavon. So that's fine.
Sounds like a good cause. If I find any information, it's yours.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
Someone actually trying to do some honest journalism against the Spectre is always great to see. Alright then. But yeah, it's a good thing to take that side quest first. Before we go see the plot important person we need to go visit. Hop in here, get this. Yeah, that's one of the more well hidden keepers. Oh, I missed the Shepard Shuffle. Scenic view. Here we go. This is what I was looking for.
Big place.
That your professional opinion, sir?
He's got a point, though. He's got a point, though.
This isn't a station. It's a city.
There must be millions here. It can't be possible to track everyone coming and going.
This makes Jump Zero look like a porta-john, and it's the largest deep space station the Alliance has.
Jump Zero is big, but this is a whole nother scale. Look at the ward arms. How do they keep all that mass from flying apart?
The Council represents more races than I thought. No wonder they're careful with newcomers.
They probably just want to keep everything running. It has to be hard keeping all these cultures working together.
Or maybe they just don't like humans.
Why not? We've got oceans, beautiful women, this emotion called love. According to the old vids, we have everything they want.
According to all the cliches about aliens that we create by ourselves, somehow.
I want dinner first. Sir.
That will be enough, Chief.
That is very much ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not going to date someone who's a member of my crew, says the straight-laced Commander Shepard.
That would be inappropriate fraternization, Chief.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Ready to move out, sir.
You think it's expensive to live here?
You think, Ashley? Are you for real?
Never been a real fan of crowds.
I can't imagine why, if you have to live up here. But yeah, I wanted to shut that down real quick so that I don't accidentally trigger the Ashley romance. She's not the character I want the Shepard to date. At least for the sake of the story. What I prefer, at least for the sake of my personal enjoyment of the Let's Play, because what I actually prefer is just...
I know you. You're Shepard, right? I was on Mindwar during the Blitz. Saw you on the vids when you got your medal. You saved the whole colony.
Looks like you have a fan.
I'm sorry.
Oh great, another fan.
You in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Huh. You know what, sure, let's stop at C-Sec a bit.
Why'd you join Citadel Security?
I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Maybe it's in my blood. My grandfather was a cop back on Earth. It's kind of what C-Sec is. Police for the Citadel. I'm still pretty new at it, but I like it so far. Way more interesting than staying back on Earth. You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens, like those Hanar. Wild. Plus, C-Sec gets a lot of respect here. We uphold the law. People, even aliens, appreciate that.
How do you like working here on the Citadel?
This place is amazing. I've been here almost a year, and I still haven't seen a tenth of it. The Presidium's just so beautiful. Good place to go and relax. But I really like it here down in the wards. There's always something going on somewhere. Like that new club they just opened a few months ago, Flux. Wicked scene in there, Commander. You should check it out when you have some time.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Just the stuff they show in the vids.
Yeah, I don't expect anyone else to know more about Spectres than what we have already academically learned about them, but it's always fun to get the little people's opinion.
Guys don't like him too much.
Oh, that's right, C-Sec are basically mall cops.
They were so bad, the council wouldn't use them, right?
Do you know a
They're basically cops, so I can expect there to be some jurisdictional issues with them. Right, Garrus is C-Sec. Of course, Garrick has a couple problems with Citadel.
But they suspended him, so some of it must be true.
Alright.
I have to go.
Yeah,
See you around, Commander.
that terminology, I have to go. I've lost count of how many times I've already heard it, just because I played so many runs of Mass Effect.
In light of the recent attack on Eden
On my lonesome, it's just, I'm just straight up not even used to hearing the terminology anymore.
Insists that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold.
That's terrible. Eden Prime didn't deserve that reputation just because of a Geth attack it should not have been blamed for.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Look at everyone's just... Alright.
I'm trying to bring down Saren. Barlavon said to talk to you.
Barlavon is a wise man. We may share a common goal, human.
Oh, yeah.
Enlighten me.
I've been hired to kill the owner of Cora's Den.
Interesting.
Fist. He did something very foolish.
Oh, yeah. Piss off the Shadow
He
Broker.
betrayed the Shadow Broker.
A Quarian showed up here on the Citadel. She was on the run. She wanted to trade information for a safe place to hide, so she went to Fist. He promised to arrange a meeting between her and the Shadow Broker. Instead, he contacted Saren.
Fist's not too smart.
He's just greedy. Saren paid him a small fortune for the Quarian. He had to. She has evidence connecting him.
Yo, we hit pay dirt.
If we get our hands on that evidence, we can prove that Saren's a traitor. And the Council will have to listen to us.
Where's the Quarian now?
Last I heard, Fist still had her. Probably somewhere inside his club. You help me kill Fist, she's all yours.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
What about Garrus, that Turian? He wants to take Saren down too.
Right, just because you didn't actually go get Garrus, by apparently needing to talk to Harkin doesn't mean it's impossible. We can still find him.
He might come in handy.
He was here just before you showed up. Said he was going to follow up a lead on his investigation. Wanted to speak to the doctor at the med clinic.
Move out.
How handy. Oh wow, so in this version of the game you have a much clearer idea of what the characters all look like, even if they're shadowed out. Pretty nice. So we're not going to do anything severe here, not yet. We're just going to rapid transport to the ward's medic. Click. And get Garrus.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doc. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut or we'll...
That's right, I'm here. Oh man. Ooh. So, in one way or another, the characters are all introduced to each other. Let's see here. Oh, you start with warp. We'll use that on you then. And I'll use my warp on you. But I'll also use my throw. Oh, you know what? I'll use lift on you, because that'll be fun. The guy who is lifted up has his head constantly banging on the ceiling.
You're good to go.
Alright.
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
What a nice shot that was, buddy.
You took him down clean.
Sometimes you get lucky. Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you. All of you.
Why were they threatening you? Who do they work for?
They worked for Fist. They wanted to shut me up. Keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
The one I told you about, Shepard.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way the Council can ignore this.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
You're a Turian. Why do you want to bring him down?
I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation, but I knew what was really going on. Saren is a traitor to the Council and a disgrace to my people.
That's what I wanted to hear. I already knew you were straight up Garrus from your earlier argument, but my Shepard needed to see how righteous your character was. So let's do this.
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
Fist is going to be waiting for us. When we hit him, we better hit him hard.
Alright, so for now, we can bench our starting default party members for our first combination of alien squad mates. At least I hope we can, because there's some things we need to be able to open up, and it's gonna require some things we have to open up, and I hope we aren't locked out of them. Let's see here. Right. Electronics, easy. Decryption on easy skills. Okay. Snipers unlocked. What I'm gonna do now is I guess yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's damp with you. You on your hand are gonna get we're not gonna use stasis for you, but alright. Yeah, makes sense to give that to you.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from Fist's thugs, Commander. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
I'm just glad you weren't hurt.
Me too. Now, was there anything you needed?
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
See, look at that money, look at how much it's going to cost to buy anything. However, we're also not, in fact, going to be doing anything of the sort in regards to, do anything about selling quite yet. Now we can probably go to Chloris Den. Yeah, we gotta fire our hands.
Look out!
So in the original version of the game, you couldn't get proper headshots off of anyone. But now in the Remastered 1, there are proper headshot bonuses you can use. Sorry, you can't snipe it as with a shotgun, at least not with that kind.
All clear.
Okay.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Warehouse workers. All the real guards must be dead.
Stay back, or we'll shoot.
This would be a good time to find somewhere else to work.
Yeah, right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I never liked Fist anyway.
It would have been quicker to just kill them.
Shooting people isn't always the answer.
Fight for Garrus if we want to say that, but that's whatever. Yeah, we had just enough skill to get this. Ooh. Okay. Garrus. Hello. Here you go. Use that. Okay, yeah, you're using your scimitar, and Garrus uses your sniper. I took my pistol for now, but here we go. Alright. Warp on that. Now we can,
Wait!
taking out Fist or his turrets is enough to do him in.
Tell me where the Quarian is, and I won't have to shoot you in the kneecaps.
She's not here. I don't know where she is. That's the truth.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait. I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her. The Quarian isn't here. Said she'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Face to face? Impossible. Even I was hired through an agent.
Nobody meets the Shadow Broker. Ever. Even I don't know his
Fist, I want you guys to look at the fact that it's not hard to easily see right now, and it's not immediately apparent, but I want you to try to remember the color and shape of this guy's armor, for the most part.
Tell me where that meeting is before I blow your lying head off.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry.
What are you doing? The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
A lot of people died because of him. He had it coming. Now let's move. We have to save that Quarian.
Absolutely. Paragade. And I'm saying Paragade because of the simple, obvious detail of Paragade. Let's see. Nice. Oh, you know what? Equipment. High caliber barrel, shield generator, heatsink. Alright. Assault rifle. Hammer Avenger. Anti-personnel rounds. And a heatsink. Great stuff. Come on, buddy. Get up. Anti-personnel rounds healing me 25% bonus damage to organic enemies. As well as a heatsink.
All patched up.
As well as a heatsink mod giving me the ability to basically increase how much... Okay, so basically guns in Mass Effect 1 have infinite ammo, but to compensate for that, they build up a lot of heat. And when they overheat, that's the same as running out of a weapon clip in any other first-person shooter, or third-person shooter in this case. So the reason we're doing this is because...
Where's Fist?
The reason the heatsink mods work very well is because they're basically the same as increasing the clip size of your weapon.
Fist set me up. I knew I couldn't trust him.
Don't worry about Fist. He got what was coming to him.
Then I guess there are two things I need to thank you for. Who are you?
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
We could take her to the human embassy. Your ambassador will want to see this anyway.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many... Who's this? A Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
Making your day.
She's the one that can crack the
She has
case, sir.
information linking Saren to the Geth.
Really? Maybe you better start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
I've never heard of this before.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
No, it's not that. It's not.
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we prove that we will contribute to the community, rather than being a burden on our limited resources.
Tell us what you found.
I like learning about all these aliens, says my Shepard.
Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick, careful, and lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved. Most of the core was wiped clean. But I salvaged something from its audio.
Why'd you pay twice as money for something you could have gotten? Wait, twice.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought
Busted, mofo. Busted.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
Saren won't get out of this one.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Are they some kind of new alien species?
According to the memory core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by
That
the Reapers.
must have been it.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life. And they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
The Reapers are a threat to every species in Citadel Space. We have to tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her? The Quarian?
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that, Tali. I already know for a fact that you'll have to join my party precisely because you're a required party member, so.
I thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this? Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
Alright. As much as I appreciate... You know what? Tali needs to be there because she needs to present the evidence. And then there's the fact that Caden's our LT, so she needs to be there, period. So, we've completed our investigation to Saren, and we've acquired all the evidence we need to finally revoke his Spectre status. Next episode, we dethroned. And maybe something more.